of B, who stayed behind to celebrate the latter's birthday. After some talking and celebrations, Ronny left and the team would soon thereafter embark on a voyage back to Terra to find the yellow cultist. Upon arriving in Zarkel, the team convened with Josian detective Chun Min-soo and Dr. Asilme at the Blackwell Clinic, where a plan was devised. With Damien's help traveling across to Gibraltar, the team followed the leads given to them by Min-soo and stalked a pair walking along the docks and into the city proper. There, with Faraday pretending to be drunk, spots Pirineye and Mayor Zaman Ayan, with the latter completely bewildered by the presence of Rene, Sir John, and B. During the confusion, Uvif and a div attacked the party, all while a third party in the form of a phantom eidolon attacked and murdered Mayor Ayan, throwing his ripped-apart corpse toward the party before making its escape. The air grows cold, your breaths reveal themselves in the mist and dew of the night. All of you feel the various wounds inflicted upon you, and you stand in the midst of a fight. Oh, that was almost a nat 17.
You know what? I do have hero points. Let's use them.
You do.
Oh god.
Oh thank god. Oh thank god.
The critical hit.
That was a 1.
Oh thank god.
The critical
the
hit.
champion.
The critical hit from the off guard.
Bro, it's so crazy how fast you can go from it's so over to we're so back.
Oh yeah, the magician's prestige. Now is the time for one of those crits of yours, Bone Jovi.
No, not that kind.
Not that kind.
That kind, yes.
Like that. Yeah, like that.
The duality.
Oh my
The
god.
emotional roller coaster. Dude.
We asked for a crit. We were like, oh, this kind of crit. We were like, no, the other one. I was like, oh, my bad, guys. Sorry.
Dude.
That's exactly what Bon Jovi was giving with his expression.
Dude, this script today is crazy.
Jonathan Tyus, how do you want to do this?
Yes.
He said he was trying to grab him.
Like he was trying to grab him and fly up.
Yeah, like as it goes to grab him in one motion, I want to take off its head and whichever arms it tried to grab him with.
So as you see it trying to escape, you whoosh, with one quick, powerful strike cut off its left hand and its skeletal plague-ridden head. But as its head is flying, it kind of cocks a fiendish smile. No, like as if it knows it already got away with something. Mobilized.
And then I'm gonna reload. And then I'm gonna do it again.
Alright, yes, sir.
Fuck
As
you.
suddenly the smile drops as he realizes, oh shit.
I imagine I shot him in the leg with the first
You
bolt,
did.
and
You
then-
pierced right into his, like, right above the ankle.
And then I missed with the second. That was hella worth it.
And
You'll
he's
never
going to-
take me alive, huh?
as he slices his throat with a sickly smile, giving you no information, no satisfaction of his capture or the kill.
I mean, as far as he knows, John.
He doesn't know. Wait. He doesn't know.
He does not. Jonathan, describe to me one of the blows you deal to her.
Oh, I was just gonna like stab her in the chest.
As you find the vulnerable spot that Rene, an actual an opening Rene left as he stabbed her in the back, you kind of take that opportunity to sink further into her chest here. And Faraday, what do you do?
I'm just gonna club her.
As
Her noggin.
You take your staff. And with
As
that,
the two of them are doing this, Rene is trying to walk towards them, and he's saying, "Jonathan, wait!" But he collapses as he's walking over there from his injuries, and he can't reach him in time to stop him.
as you fall over, prone for a moment with the wounds.
I'll come over and help you up. You must
What?
take my word that keeping them in captivity is a bigger risk than just offing her here. And it's not like she would have said anything. These types are...
I suppose you're right, but we need some kind of evidence to support what's happened here.
And that's when I'll pull out the pneumonic acid and I'll go, well, that's what this is for.
Fair enough. And he pulls himself up.
Gotcha. There's a bench nearby. Do you go over there?
Yeah, kind of holding onto your shoulder. He'll like motion to to bring him over to the bench.
We could also say, like, we didn't want to come to you guys because last time we tried to help, you gave us
Oh,
shit.
that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
No, because we have precedent for that. We could say, fuck you guys.
Yeah. Okay, well then, in that case, while it's all dissolving, we will say, while we wait for this, I'd like to ask you all a question. Did any of you tell anyone else besides Isilme, the PI, or Damien, that we would be coming here tonight? Because clearly a third party knew that we would be here. If that anger eidolon means anything. And considering it was the same one that was spotted near the first theater bombing.
Rene kind of is holding his arm while he's like sitting on the bench, and he just looks down and he goes, I didn't even tell my crew.
As you drag Faradir away, Faradir quickly goes back, casts with the help of his sorceress magic, and blasts the building he had hit with a fireball earlier and douses it completely in water, and appears to have doused a good majority of the flames. It appears to have just destroyed much of the flames that had been started, and it's kind of wet and parts of it have been scorched. You can see smoke kind of billowing up, and then you guys begin to make your light jog out of the area, and as you do, you kind of hear several stompings and even hooves on cobblestone and road here, as you can hear the chattering of police as they're beginning to make their way towards the area. You all take the routes that you had taken before as best as you can remember to try to avoid walking along the main roads to encounter police, and so you slowly make your way back toward the docks.
Are you still at the docks? We're on our way back.
He replies with a thumbs up.
As you're doing so, Rene will look to the rest of you and say, for obvious reasons, we shouldn't mention any of this to Damien.
No.
At least until we're sure that it's not him.
I'll nod.
Kind of sniffs very loud, then he goes, "Oh, what did you guys fight?"
Don't worry about it.
I'm very worried. Oh my god, it is terrible.
Rene
It was just a very stinky monster.
Is it
You
a
gotta
poo-poo
worry yourself
demon?
about it. No.
It's worse than a caca demon smell.
Yes. I've fought them before, but this one stinks a little worse. Just don't worry about it. We're all fine, and that's all that matters.
Whew, yeah. And it kind of continues to row as you can hear a bit of the sirens in the distance, the police sirens, the blimps.
Rene just kind of side-eyes Damien and then looks at John for a minute and then turns back to the front of the boat.
Things come with a bit of a cost.
I mean, it probably tastes nasty if that's what you're saying.
No, it's more than that.
Oh.
How far until we get to Cularo?
About
Hey,
10-15 minutes.
Okay.
Right now you're leaving Cularo to the Zarkel.
Sorry, that's what I meant, yeah. Be just gonna look at it, take their mask off, and just take a deep sigh and then drink it.
Gotcha. And it is nasty.
Yourself.
The first thing your mouth wants to do is throw it back up into the salt water, but you pinch
Luckily for me, I'm a marshal.
You pinch
And have
your
high fortitude.
You pinch your nose and you swallow it in. You are currently, as you drink the potion, the darkness. You see the stars above. You see your friends around you, and then darkness takes you. You are blinded at the moment. And as
Who's sitting next to me?
Damien.
Alright, yeah, I guess I'm gonna drink it and just kind of lie down.
Gotcha.
Because I am blind, I can't really do anything but be blind.
Gotcha. Damien kind of notices you sort of leaning on him. He kind of gives you some space. He pulls out, like, out of his backpack a little small square pillow, and he kind of rests your head on it as he stands up, and he begins to continue rowing the ferry. Zero interest in decadence and overt displays of wealth. And the two of them complain to each other that the Inquisition is not the only threat, but that XILA and the Duke of the Deep have taken an active interest in eliminating their cultists as well, and they were hoping to infiltrate their ranks and try to get more members. And they also mention the name Jonathan Tyus as being a third-party threat. And you hear Uvif laugh. Laughing more in frustration at the idea of having to confront one of the chief slayers of yellow cultists. And then Uvif offhandedly mentions about things that lurk deeper within Zarkel, about the Xeno Queen, and that's all you receive in terms of the message. Thing must have been real bad. You guys did take out.
Damon, if we were able to tell you, we would have told you. So,
it is not something that any of us particularly wish to speak of. It was quite honestly a near-death experience for more than one of us.
Well, I'm glad to know you're okay, Captain.
I appreciate that, Damien. You shouldn't trouble yourself any longer with this. Just try and lay low yourself. Lord knows you'll figure out what happened eventually. I'm sure half the city knows about it by now.
Yes, sir.
I understand your curiosity. I do. I was the same way at your age. But you have to trust me. The less you know about what has happened, the better. It's for your own good. I don't say that to be mysterious, to hide some great mystical truth from you, but merely for your own benefit. If circumstances were different, I wouldn't hesitate to inform you. But some things must be clarified first.
all I want, I believe Damien wouldn't do something stupid like that, selling us out or something, or one another. But I understand you guys don't share the same sort of trust in him that I do. Which is why if I can, John, if you don't mind helping me convince him to, if we can get a truth elixir, if you could help me ease him into the idea.
Oh.
Not for my sake, but
I'll be honest, I assumed you were gonna mix it into whatever you were cooking.
I don't want to lie to him. That wouldn't feel right. And in a way, it kind of backs him into a corner. Or if he accepts it, we get the truth and he's fine. But if he doesn't accept drinking the elixir, then that implicates things.
That is that.
That's how I see it, at least.
It is not my intention to put his character into question lightly. You have to understand, I share just as much skepticism about the Investigator Minsu's allegiances as I do our beloved Damien.
It's true, but doing this just knocks one of them off the board faster.
Of course. Your idea is a good one. I'm not drawing it into question. But I hope for all of our sakes that someone this close to all of us, especially yourself, is not who we believe them to be.
I believe in him myself. This is more so to clear more than anything.
Of course.
Granted, this is only if Morty has some sort of truth elixir.
Well, you two should get going. At least get going before officers start going around asking questions.
That's true. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
See you in the morning, and stay safe, the both of you.
You too, Rene, Faraday. John?
Lead the way.
No, I'm hoping he goes along with this. I know I can believe him. I keep telling myself I want you all to believe him too, but I guess there's still a little doubt in my mind.
I want to believe the boy. He seems good. It's just... it pains me to admit it, but when you hunt after cults for so long, you get a bit used to a lot of people lying. I hate to say it, but I'm a little innately distrustful. I hope the boy proves me wrong.
I know he will. And B says that, but their voice is very shaky as they say it, and I assume that's when they open the door to their apartment.
This is gonna take a bit, so you could probably just get back to these two.
You're like washing the armor, and you see a reflection. You see yourself in the armor.
Did you see the 27 hair products that B uses?
And you take a moment to just reflect as you're looking into the armor. Another cult of the King and Yellow has been wiped out today. How do you feel about that?
You know it's not enough.
Wait, they've been wiped out?
As far as Jonathan knows, because she was the ringleader.
As far as and that's only in Cularo.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have to go to, like, I don't know, fucking.
Well, of course. Otherwise, John would like disintegrate. Lack of purpose. Yeah, just lack of purpose. He would just disintegrate into the wind.
I no longer.
Once Damien gets done eating, I assume.
He does the cartoonish like belly rub, like leaning back in the chair. He goes, "Whew, I'm stuffed."
Was it to your liking, Damien?
Oh, absolutely. If I could take seconds, I would. But
yeah, the other steaks were served for Desiree.
Yeah, no, she definitely needs to eat.
Yeah. Now, Damien, there was ultimately one other reason that I brought John over, and
oh my god, are you bringing him as a sexual partner?
I respectively, God, no.
Okay, I was like, you're inviting him to dinner. He's being all mysterious, like.
Oh, no. I can't go into the details of what happened tonight, Damien.
Oh, one has ratted us out, so to speak.
You see, he is beginning to like shake his leg a little bit. You know, like when people are like sitting idle, they begin to like bounce their leg up and down. That's what he's doing at the moment.
Does he look like visibly nervous?
Yeah, he looks a little uncomfortable right now.
Yeah. B's gonna walk over and just kind of sit next to him, kind of like place their hand on his thigh to kind of try and calm him down and say, Damien, what we're doing it's not gonna hurt you at all, and it's more so to get you off of the list of suspects, so to speak. I wholeheartedly believe that you wouldn't, betray or tell anyone or double cross any one of us. But this is, again, more so for the others. Rene's a worrywart when it comes to stuff like this, and, well, Faraday is on high alert ever since his ship's been attacked.
All possibilities when working against such a cult.
So, just for safety reasons, and B's gonna pull out the truth potion and say,
"What's that?"
This is a potion that, it's a potion that will make you tell the truth. It'll make you be unable to lie. So, I want your consent with this. I don't want any negative implications on you. So, just drink this and truthfully answer our questions. we can safely knock you off the suspects list, and we can turn our attention towards the PI come tomorrow morning.
All right. Oh.
Motherfucker.
That's
oh
not good.
No, bro. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Kinda Cat's live reaction.
Malik, B and Jonathan, the Rizzlers, let's go, baby. I got you. But they'd mostly be around the slump level, right?
Yeah, the deeper reaches, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. And I guess just to also get this off my chest, I've kept your secret too, regarding your mother.
Thank you. I don't want her to get implicated on this, and I know John
it doesn't
and Rene
look good.
Yeah. I just think the other three guys, they'll jump to conclusions.
Do you think your mom would know anything about the other dragons in Zarkel?
Maybe? I mean, black dragons tend to stick together, but it's like, they like to keep to themselves at the same time, you know?
That's true.
I mean, if one dragon is doing whatever, it doesn't really concern the other dragon, you know?
No, that's fair. I get that. Good thing my parents gave me.
It'll give you a big old tight hug.
Alright. No, are you, I'm gonna go ahead and...
You should get some rest.
Yeah.
I'll join you later. I'm probably gonna do... You just play a few more matches. I'll join you.
I guess the CPUs.
I'm learning new characters.
I mean, you know I have a wired connection, right?
I know. I'm just not ready for multiplayer yet.
In your apartment? Come on.
Dude, you know he's a Wi-Fi player.
Come on.
Can somebody... What? So, he didn't lie, I'm assuming? Like, he wasn't... It wasn't him?
He said something. I did a insight check.
He seems good.
Seems good, especially because he added a detail to his answer that makes no sense to add otherwise, unless he was telling the truth.
His mother is not... She might know who the Xeno Queen of Zarkel is, but she is not the Xeno Queen of Zarkel. Or aka the black dragon that attacked Faraday's ship. Yeah, no, B will just kind of get up and stretch and say, yes, I've had quite a long day. Do join me whenever you're done. And let me know what you want me to do for you. You did very good. Thank you again.
He gives you a big old toothy grin, and he'll give you a quick peck on the cheek again, and then he'll kind of go over to the couch and lay down on it and grab the controller.
And then I will go into my bedroom and hopefully not have a fucking nightmarish prophetic dream.
So you have a night. You see bright, colorful Cularo. It's a little too bright for your liking.
That's too bright for my liking.
But you see a coronation service. You see Shafer Ayan taking a vow of allegiance to the city of Cularo as he accepts being interim mayor of Cularo. And you also see Fabian Tarquin kind of shaking his head in disappointment, while the crowd, they clap, but it's a clap of nervousness. Like, this is a situation we have to move on with.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the vision is showing you.
Roll medicine to fix his ankle.
Don't worry, you succeed. As you go ahead, you apply a little ointment on it, and then apply a little bit of pressure with an ice pack, and you just hand it to him. And basically, all he needs to do is just, not move it around too much, and just keep it rested.
You should be fine. Just rest here for, I don't know, a couple hours here. You'll be fine. Just the next time you want to go on a trip, just maybe do it in the the carriage part of your wagon.
Okay, thank you, B. I'm sorry to trouble you like this.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure.
And he looks over and goes, if you need to head out anywhere, remember I'm here, and
Don't worry,
I'll be happy to take you guys along in the carriage.
It's appreciated so far. We'll see you around.
You tip his stress ball.
Yeah, he's like, he tells me that everything went swimmingly with Damien, is that so?
Mostly. It's... The way I'll put it is... There's a good chance he's off the hook. There's a small chance that he's an incredible liar.
Right. I see. Well, to get around a truth potion like that, and to lie to the faces of not only one of your closest friends, but another individual that you look up to, certainly it would take some skill, but it is some small comfort to hear that at least the two of you believe that wholeheartedly that he was not involved. However, that the same cannot be said for the fate of Mr. Min-Su. That remains to be
The flood
seen.
that is XILA will overtake Zarkel. The Battle of Balkar's Bridge 10 years ago spelled my doom whether I knew this or not. Hundreds died needlessly, and now I'm sure to die at the hands of the children whose parents died a decade ago. The Nameless One has most likely selected a candidate to act as a supreme vassal here in Mazara. I've contacted Don Quixote of the Windmill Dragons as a last resort. They're Lusanians, foreigners from Europa, but they're expert hunters and heroes of the people, regardless of religious identity, ethnic makeup, and nationality. They stand against the Nameless One and have declared XILA to be not just a political threat but a greater threat. Shafar, I beseech you, should I unexpectedly perish, do not blame yourself. I love you and I wish you and your wife the best. Support the Cularo sisters the best you can. It was Lockchester's wishes, it was mine. Become interim mayor and lead Cularo to safety. Do what you must, brother. You're young, but you're bold. Boldness is what we'll need right now. Your boneheaded older brother, Zamanayan.
Business and investigates. As far as I could tell, at least from my brief conversations that I've had with him, he seemed quite helpful and willing to assist in the investigation, at least as far as the yellow cultists went. And if he were to all of a sudden be involved with Pirineye, well then, I guess it would only make sense if he was trying to throw me off, because as I recall, he did give me the name of a different noblewoman, but this was in relation to the prophecy. Now, he didn't know at the time, he couldn't give me any helpful information as to who he thought was the cultist, but basically, for him to have done this, it doesn't make much sense either.
3 members of XILA, they specifically mentioned the cult of the King in Yellow as an issue they wanted to solve.
Indeed. Perhaps, maybe, and of course, again, this is only based on speculation, but what I'm about to say lends itself to what you're saying, Jonathan. The people, when we fought Uvif last night, they were saying, him and Pirineye both, that you were an important piece in their plan. They seemed hesitant to strike you. Not out of, not saying that you are possibly betraying us or anything like that, but that they're counting on you to eliminate the members of the cult, to get them out of their way, so to speak.
It's hard to say exactly how. Perhaps it was a plan from this bastard, but my blood, I share blood with the King in Yellow.
Is that so?
With him himself, or like...
The very one.
As in, you are his kin?
Yes.
I see.
I
That would
see
explain
now,
why.
Jonathan.
I guess that would explain why Pirineye and Uvif were
You
striking.
could say he is, in a way, my birth father, but then that comes into question of who is my mother, and that's a question I've never had answered. At the same time, for all I know, she might not exist. Whatever powers these old gods can have, who's to say out of the question I was just plopped there for whatever scheme he had in mind.
I see.
A tool for him to use and throw away when need be.
I understand your hesitation to share this information with us. It's quite a complicated thing. I really do appreciate that about your situation. It's understandable. The third party that interrupted us was a very powerful Eidolon, an anger phantom. I tried in vain to save Mayor Iron's life. I put my own life on the line. I put my body, my limbs in front of him, but I could not save him, and I am deeply regretful for that fact. But, needless to say, and I'm certain you're a smart enough man to deduce where I'm going with this, there were very few people who knew what we were doing that night. So, you'll have to forgive me, but I have to ask you a few questions.
I did not come here purely to make my resume look better in foreign documents. My involvement here is personal.
Of course. And to be quite honest with you, Mr. Minsu, I have no reason to distrust you. I realize that for you to be feeding information to a political interest group is, needless to say, it's unusual. At the very least. You yourself, you told me you are a foreigner, that many people do not like you because of that fact and are hesitant to go into dealings with you, and you told me that it can work to your benefit on occasion. So, as far as your motivation, that is, I'll be quite frank with you. If I am to suspect you, your motivation is completely lost to me.
Here, first and foremost, to track down a man who holds a contract over my sister. And
You have a sister?
I do. She is residing in a city called Sin City. It is owned by... I need not go into further detail, but needless to say, she is contract bound to work at this infernal hotel.
Oh my god.
Chonmin
Oh my
Soon,
god.
she is,
Oh my god.
She's contract bound, and I wish to see her returned home.
Oh my god, the deep lore.
I have my own score to settle with Mr. Cornelius. I'd be happy to assist you in your quarrel with him.
He'll stand up, and he will walk on over,
I will do the same.
and he'll reach out a hand, and he'll say, "Then we are in agreement, Mr. Guillaume."
I will shake his hand and I will say, of course. It's been a pleasure doing business with you, and again, like I say, I will begin to corroborate your alibi, as I'm sure you would if you were in my position. But I'm glad that I went this route, and I decided to come and speak to you on my lonesome. I felt as though it would be more appropriate rather than having everyone in here ganging up on you at once.
He'll kind of tuck in his shirt a little bit, and he'll say, "If you trust him, then I will trust him. If there is nothing else, Mr. Guillaume."
Nothing at this time. Take care and stay safe out there. These are not light matters we are delving into, as I'm sure you're aware.
Of course. Godspeed, Mr. Guillaume. And he will take his leave.
And Rene will just kind of sit down in the chair again and start spinning, trying to process what has just happened.
Your connection to the Dreamer of the Deep.
Hmm. I feel like I want to talk to him mano a mano.
Okay.
For realsies.
I will say, your patron lets you know now is not the time, but soon.
Fine.
There's
Don't sever that. I'll basically be like, fine, for this shit until then.
Your patron also informs you Segrar is in Zarkel, and then he cuts the connection.
Man.
The
city's gonna burn.
The script tonight is tight.
I'll contact her in a moment, but there was one other thing. Mr. Minsu informed me of what his real reason is for being here in Cularo. He has his own loose ends, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Right.
The reason I'm inclined to believe him, and to believe that he has nothing to do with informing them of our arrival last night, is his interest lies in his sister. He has a sister named Chunmin Sun. She's in Sin City. She's currently under... Yes. She's currently under a contract, a rather binding contract by the sound of it. Something that is not really welcomed or sought after for work. For better or worse, confirms my suspicions that he really has no motivation to be the one who informed them of our arrival last night.
And so that really does only leave either someone we're not even considering, or Dr. Silme.
Or it goes back to Rene's theory.
Either Minsun just lied to me, to my face, or Damien somehow to your faces last night, or the doctor has been lying to our faces this entire time. None of those prospects I am looking forward to.
Well,
Some pretty deep information with him, as well as yourself.
Not only that, my father trusts the doctor.
Yes.
My adopted father.
Yes, I
Yes.
figured that's who you meant.
I have to clarify that now.
Yes.
well, we'll just assume, unless you say otherwise, that you're talking about your adoptive father.
Yeah, just understand that that bastard is not... No matter what blood is.
Of course, Jonathan. And I didn't say it beforehand, but it took a lot of courage for you to reveal that to us, and endlessly. But I appreciate it. He seemed like a swell enough fellow.
I see.
So we know that he was telling the truth, at least about his whereabouts. Now, it doesn't absolve him of having alerted anyone to our presence, but at least we know that he didn't lie to me about that part.
Well, I guess we'll keep our own curiosities to ourselves and let's go about everything as usual.
Yes.
Let's find out where Veridir is, and then we can head and... Well, you said you wanted to go to that inn he was at?
I wouldn't mind stopping by the Superbus Inn, just to make for certain that... Not that I don't believe Denise or something like that, but...
No, I understand.
Perhaps we can find out if the investigator did anything suspicious while he was there.
Okay.
Only rage.
Like, outside
knowing
the inn?
that fuck Sir Grar has the audacity
Here we go. I
to
found
show up in this fucking city. Yeah, exactly.
What do you remember of Sigrar? What does Faraday remember of Sigrar?
I remember this fuck took my goddamn ship that was promised to me.
But you were promised another ship?
Yeah, the Nautiloid. He was, talking about it in the-
yeah.
And my consolation prize was, oh, you can have a tiny little pocket dimension where you can make believe.
How did you feel about that?
I feel robbed. I feel absolutely
What are you, his
robbed. And I
therapist?
want to rip his fucking tentacles out of his head and strangle him with
Dude,
them.
I could hear the smile behind Percy's fucking face when he says.
He's
"How does
basically
it make
just
you
tweaking
feel?"
out.
Like just outside the inn, or just
Like outside the clinic, just like wandering around, tweaking.
As you're wandering around, you kind of
Tweaking.
you kind of hear a young voice who goes, "Hey, Captain!
Oh, it's her.
Oh no. I don't want to see this.
Captain, you look like you're tweaking out."
I don't want to see this punk kid again.
I'm gonna grab the child.
Oh!
Have you seen a tentacled fuck walking around?
No. Just octopus though. Someone was eating them.
Hmm.
You put me down. You smell like
Yeah.
beer.
I'll release her.
And hello to you,
something-
Nasira.
Hello.
Did something happen, Faraday? Yeah, it sounds like you left in quite a hurry.
Not much. Just some new information came to be notes to me.
Ah, I see.
Do you want help with anything?
Maybe. I'll let you know. And he'll look down to Nasira and be like, well, like I said, if you hear anything,
I'll be sure to tell you, Capitan.
alright. Good kid. I'll see you around.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Nasira.
Sure,
Plus,
you
I
goodbye
mean-
as well.
Anything. When's the last time we had any downtime? Does anybody even remember?
It did make me, John, and Damien a steak last night.
Yes, but that had motives behind it, didn't it?
Yeah,
By the
for
way,
most part.
good. I didn't get to thank you for that. That was pretty good.
Like I said last night, it runs in the family, apparently.
Oh, I see you're playing favorites, aren't you, B?
Why, do you want me to cook you a meal too, Rene?
Well, I'm just saying, I've never gotten a steak dinner.
Well,
Certainly not from you.
Yeah, I thought we were all friends here.
it was circumstantial. Next time you're all at my apartment, I'll cook something, I suppose.
Made me read most of Shakespeare's works when I was younger.
Well, you know, sometimes your interpretation of things changes with age. It could be worth picking up the old book again.
Fair point.
Besides, I need somebody to perform with me.
You do theater?
Well, on occasion. Only in polite company. I've said too much.
Perhaps once we get up to, when we get to the inn, then we can sit down and, I guess, mull over and, I guess, enjoy each other's company. Do tell us of your, exploits in theater.
No, I've said too much already, he says dejectedly.
I want to hear a theater play.
Oh, no,
So
now
you guys arrive at the
Pepsi.
Superbus Inn.
Now
and
that
as you
Faraday's
do so,
got
you
on the
begin to
bandwagon, now
undertake your
I'm bringing it in.
investigation, and that is
Are
what
there
we'll end
any
the session.
45-year-olds in sight?